And both teams going through their pregame rituals, getting loose well before we're underway. We're wearing our costumes. We hope you are too. Happy Halloween as 2K Sports presents the NBA. With Doris Burr, Greg Anthony, and Hall of Famer David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. And our special guest at the broadcast table for this one, the celebrated Shams Charania. Hey, Shams, thanks so much for joining us tonight. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Kevin, thanks so much. Always fun to hang out with you and all your crew and talk basketball.
All right, I've told Doris and Greg and David, just buckle up because we are going to be on a great ride with you. A look at the opening lineup for the Houston Rockets. The post pair form, it'll be Smith and Şengün. At the guard positions, Van Fleet and Green. And it's Whitmore in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Mavericks, at 1 forward, Thompson. At the other forward, Washington. The star backcourt, Doncic and Irving are the guard set. And it's Gafford in at center. So Dallas will get the first possession. Doncic against Van Vliet. Out to Thompson. Fires from deep. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
Yeah, I mean, hard time shooting the rock in that one. But they also didn't give themselves the best looks.
I think even when you get quality looks, there was an inability to stay consistent. It is hard to win on a cold shooting night in today's NBA. The scoring is just too good.
Here's Doncic, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Boy, Luka Doncic excels in the two-man game. You handle the rock with perfection. Nicely done, young sir.
Smith outside. Pass to Green. The tray. Rebounded by Gafford. And Shams Houston loaded with young talent. And after the Harden deal, they are loaded with first-round picks. Any thoughts on how you think they may proceed with all of that?
I'm told that front office will continue to be big game hunting. Those picks, they have a lot of them. They're going to be worth plenty moving forward, and they know it. At some point, they're going to take a big swing here, and they're biding their time, waiting. The Houston Rockets have all the cards. They've got the young talent. They've got the draft picks, and with Ime Udoka, they've had some success to build on.
I love what you said there. Big game hunting. That's the only way they're going to make that jump. I love that term. Here's Van Vliet after Luka Doncic's bucket. Back to Van Vliet. Offline with his 3.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Thompson for the triple. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic.
How about Klay Thompson, a career average of north of 40%? You better get a hand up when he's in three-point territory.
To stop the run, and Şengün throws it down.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Now, here's Washington. Doncic right side. Thompson outside. The three-pointer off the mark. Rockets have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. And the league continuing, Shams, to tweak the rules around replay review. But would you set a time limit to maybe tweak it a little bit?
Have to, right? Especially some of these games and the way they're ending. It's something to try if you can't find a cause to really overturn in a minute or two. Let's keep this game moving. I think we all love a free-flowing game.
I agree. Mavericks have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Outside Irving. Connects from three-point range.
Excellent setup. The pre-shot preparation, getting into that catch-and-shoot game. We see it, Kyrie.
Here's Van Vliet. Nice D from Doncic.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Outside Irving. Washington inside. Guarded by Green. Washington, that's good.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
And it's Van Vliet with the ball for the Houston Rockets. They trail by 7. And as the salary cap looks set to rise significantly, Shams, any major effects that you can anticipate?
It won't be like the year the Warriors signed KD. They're going to smooth the cap's numbers, and it's not going to spike quite the same. But these numbers will continue to get eye-popping when you think about player salary, and you have to keep in mind luxury tax and the new second apron that came into play with the collective bargaining agreement, and that will play a part in how teams build, not putting yourself in a restrictive position to continue to build winning organizations.
A lot of moving parts to contend with, but boy, a lot on the horizon. That one's in, his first shot this game.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Now, here's Doncic. He's coming off a 34-point game against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis.
And boy, did he have it going offensively. He lived at the line during that game as well, and that's where he got a lot of those points.
Well, this is his prototypical shot. Klay Thompson from 3.
Hey, Shams, for the past decade that you've been a major player in the NBA, it's been LeBron's league, it's been Curry's league. Who else is going to take over this league, you think, coming up around the corner?
Given the NBA Finals we just had, have to throw in Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Luka Doncic into the fold as far as faces of the NBA. But Nikola Jokic is so good. He will be one of the guys for a while. Giannis Antetokounmpo, you have to mention him as well. But ultimately, you have to also keep an eye on Victor Wembanyama.
And one of Green's best assets, his leaping ability. He's a natural athlete, very explosive.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Derek Lively, he's checked in for Daniel Gafford. Najee Marshall comes in for P.J. Washington. Dante Exum, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Quentin Grimes in for Kyrie Irving. Houston with a big group substitution here. Adams, he's checked in for Şengün. Tari Eason comes in for Smith. Dylan Brooks, he's checked in for Whitmore. And Amen Thompson subbed in for Jalen Green. Rockets trail by 3. And man, is this team on a roll right now offensively, Greg. So fun to watch.
They're playing with so much confidence, which is why they're tearing it up on this end.
Adams wide open. No good. That would have tied it.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Doncic finds Lively. Doncic against Van Vliet. It's stolen by Adams. Fast break, here they come. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Count it.
And you have to like how active Brooks is on the floor, working hard to be where his team needs him on that break.
Doncic against Van Vliet. Here's Doncic. And he drives in, and Doncic throws it down.
Oh, my goodness. Luka Doncic. We don't think of him as a dunker, but that is well done.
And here is Van Vliet. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. It's Dallas up 3. And we'll be back right after this. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Mavericks.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
And they've also shown dominance in the paint so far tonight, really putting the work in down low.
We've got Derek Lively. Irving is out there with Dante Exum. And it's Grimes in at the 2-guard spot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Adams. Oh, that's blocked.
Just stellar defense from Derek Lively. Uses that length to send it back.
Irving, good. And in last year's playoff, Shams, we did see a lot of players injured and unable to play. What are some of the solutions that may be being talked about that you hear about?
People certainly ask, this is a result of the 65-game rule. Is it the more physical play? Is it the consequences of the regular season? The league is going to take a wait-and-see approach to determine if this is an issue they have to fix. But they do love the results of what this has brought as far as player availability moving forward.
Yeah, they do seem sold on that 65 number, don't they?
100%. And at the end of the day, some of these injuries are flukish. There's a lot of, obviously, lower body injuries, and you can't measure that. I think the league is going to want to see more data over the next 5 to 10 years to really determine, does this rule impact the game and impact injuries?
Green against Irving. Here's Eason. No good from outside. Mavericks leading by 5. Irving finds Exum. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
Brooks outside. And the wide open shot from Green. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. Green's got 11. All right, Shams, I know you can't reveal all your secrets, but how do you develop relationships with your sources? The players, the agents, the GMs, the scouts all over the NBA.
It comes year after year. This has been something I've been doing for the better course of the last 15 years. So for me, it's about relationships, it's about daily communication, and making sure that I keep the trust, I keep the faith, and I keep a level of respect with everyone that I come across. Relationships are the name of the game, especially in the NBA.
Well, that's what I've heard about you. They trust you. So if they're going to confide, they know they can trust you. I would think that would be maybe the core of how you operate.
Trust and faith, and that develops early, not taking shortcuts. I'm very much for the long game.
Green against Irving. Back to Exum. Pass to Irving. Here's Grimes. Back to Irving. Just 5 on the clock. Good work there as it goes. Irving's got 6 here in this quarter.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Here's Green. Out to Brooks. Pass to Thompson. Here's Green. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
Forcing the action down low. Green earning a trip to the stripe.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. Free throw good, Green. And Shams, I've always wondered, watching you, reading you, when did you first fall in love with the NBA? And when did you decide to cover it?
Really, when I was around 10, 11 years old, I grew up in Chicago right as the Bulls dynasty was starting. I wasn't quite old enough, but I was old enough to see some of those scrappy Bulls teams in the mid-2000s. And basketball was always a part of the national discourse, but also part of my life playing it, and then now being someone that's able to inform the audience and the public.
You know what? I'm looking up and down this table. I think we all feel the exact same way. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now, here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They tell a great story. Taking a look at Atlanta, they're playing really well, moving up now to the top spot in our rankings.
And guys, right now for Dallas, they're obviously trending in a positive direction, but still working out some of those early season timing issues. But I have to say, I like what I'm seeing.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, the Rockets are making progress. Coach Ime Udoka said it doesn't happen overnight. Changing habits and things like that takes time. Guys learn and grow at a different pace. My thing is getting us all on the same page. We're not that far off. Kevin, they sure look like they're building in the right direction.
David, they are, and some good vets have helped as well. And we thank you for that report. The shot by Thompson, and no one's around. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists tonight. Pass to Whitmore. Now here's Green. The Rockets again can't hit. Here's Doncic. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
The Mavericks shooting their first free throw of the evening.
And going back a season ago, they were a pretty average team at the line, about 76% altogether.
Kyrie Irving's checked in for Dallas. And the Rockets making a change here as well. Thompson, he's checked in for Green.
Ask any of the elite defenders in the NBA, and they'll tell you Doncic is one of the toughest to guard. He's got size. He's got skill. He can get downhill. He mixes his pace. So much to contend with when you're dealing with Luka Doncic.
Smith sets the pick for Whitmore. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Shams, I am so sorry our time has run out. It has been great having you here with us. We appreciate your time so much, and I hope we do it again soon.
Thanks, Kevin. Anytime. You know when I'm not on my phone, I'm here to talk to you and talk hoops with you any time of the day.
Oh, I love it. Thank you so much again. Hey, DB, wasn't that terrific talking to Shams? He is as plugged into everything around the NBA as anyone you could hope to meet.
A guy who's really in the know, and as somebody who prides themselves on doing research, boy, you have got to respect the legwork and the dedication he brings to the table.
Doncic against Van Vliet. And it's Doncic missing. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
And Thompson kicks to Van Vliet. Tipped away. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Gafford. .32 seconds left now here in the second. Doncic left side. There's the drive. That's the sixth make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Doncic against Van Vliet. We've got 13 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Just 4 to shoot. Unloads from 9. No good there. And so it's Dallas holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot. Kyrie, what were you all focusing on coming into the game tonight?
So I come out with a intense focus and intensity that other teams can't match. He's doing whatever it takes to keep our tempo. Guys are in a great rhythm when we have a great tempo. So just trying to get everybody involved and do whatever it takes to win.
Well, we'll see if you can keep playing at your pace in the second half. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
Hey folks, welcome to the halftime show. A lead right now in this one for the Dallas Mavericks. This one looking like it could come right down to the wire, which I believe is a horse racing term. Big fella, you ever been on a horse?
Of course, Ernie. They call me the Big Wrangler.
Ernie, I just can't imagine what that horse was thinking when it saw Shaq walk up to him. I'm surprised the horse didn't just bolt out of there.
Absolutely. And turning our attention to the first half, a positive start for the Dallas Mavericks.
The way they have owned the paint, not only will they win the game, they might not even sweat in the fourth quarter.
Good news is we have great AC here in the studio, so we never have to sweat.
Ah, it's so cool in here.
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more hoops action.
And welcome back to the second half of our Halloween broadcast. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half, got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
Doris, I know the NBA is considering using technology to help officiate out of bounds and goaltending. Do you have a problem with that?
You know, Kev, at the end of the day, I think it is about getting the calls right. If there's a way to lift the load off these officials, even if it's around the margins, why not try it?
Starting the second half, here's Ime Udoka's foul. At the guard positions, Van Fleet and Green. The post pair form, it'll be Smith and Şengün. And it's Whitmore in at the small forward position. Pass to Washington. Back to Doncic. Forcing his way inside, Doncic.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Şengün against Gafford. Out left to the wing. This one for three. And it's Whitmore missing. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for Dallas. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. It'll be the second of 5 straight played at home. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. And they double up Doncic. Here's Washington. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Rockets trail by 8. And Doris at last season's trading deadline. Dallas making moves for Daniel Gafford and P.J. Washington.
Kevin, this was cool in a couple of ways. For P.J. Washington, a hometown kid. For Daniel Gafford, he grew up 4 hours away. But most importantly, these two guys fit like a glove around the incredible Luka Doncic. Sometimes roster construction just works beautifully.
Van Vliet against Doncic. Nobody near Irving. A three-pointer, no good. For Houston, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Fires from 14. Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Green. Doncic outside. Pass to Washington. And they double up Doncic. 6 to shoot. Here's Irving. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And 11 points for Kyrie Irving.
Well, Kyrie may be the best finishing guard in the history of the game. His ability to contort his body or spin the basketball, ridiculous.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Eason's checked in for Houston. Now let's take a look at the most efficient scores in the NBA from last year's campaign. You take a look at Gafford, leading the league in field goal percentage. He always gets good looks.
He didn't miss many easy chances last year, and he made the most of the tough ones as well. What a fantastic percentage.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. And Green gets it to go.
Boy, excellent start to the second half. They've missed just once in 5 attempts.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks, Kevin. Alperen Şengün is a weapon on the block. Coach Ime Udoka said there are not a ton of true low-post threats in the NBA nowadays. Joel Embiid, Jokic, I don't know how many others there are anymore. Alpie's had success against pretty much everybody that's guarded him. Kevin, his footwork is indeed high level.
DA, totally agree. Great footwork. Moves on moves, I've always said. Back to Van Vliet. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. Green's got 3 assists in the game. gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Irving drives in. Back to Doncic. Just 5 to shoot. Outside Irving. From 13, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Boy, not on the same page there. And in a possession ball game, that's a big mistake.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Najee Marshall comes in for P.J. Washington. And it's Dante Exum in for Kyrie Irving. Rockets have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. Pass to Whitmore.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Şengün inside. He's defended by Exum. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
Competitive, selfless, and a high basketball IQ. Şengün with the traits every coach loves.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Mavericks.
They're still slashing and attacking the rim, and the defense yet to make the adjustment and keep the ball in front.
I think another thing that's striking here tonight, the ball movement is incredible. Again and again, they're making smart passes to ready shooters.
Incredible for his age. The decision-making of Şengün GA is very impressive.
So calm when he sees a double coming. Reads and reacts with ease when he's on the block or at the nail. Reminds you of a young Jokic with how he sees the game.
Doncic against Şengün. And Doncic gets it to go.
Boy, yet another night for Luka Doncic. This guy is forcing everyone to play at his pace right now.
Thompson passes to Şengün. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Şengün's got 5.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Doncic kicks to Exum. Doncic against Van Vliet. Out to Thompson. Here's the 3. Rockets with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Thompson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
Mavericks making a switch here. Grimes is checked in. And then for Houston, Adams, he's checked in for Şengün. And it's Dylan Brooks in for Cam Whitmore. They time it right, they can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarter.
And the dunk by Doncic.
This has been one of the most elite, consistent scorers since he entered the league. Luka in the house.
And so Van Vliet will bring it up for Houston. It's a 1-point game. Following this one, they get to host the Warriors. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. Adams dishes to Thompson. Pass to Eason. Shot clock at 6. That's tipped. On the wing, Doncic. Brooks covering. Oh, an easy 2 from Doncic.
If you allow Luka to establish position because of his size, his strength, his footwork, turn the lights out.
And Van Vliet launches it from deep. It's been all about Luka Doncic for the Dallas Mavericks. It's been an excellent game for him offensively. He's got 21 points and counting. Back right after this. A chance now to hear Jason Kidd talking to his team moments ago.
One possession at a time. No offensive rebounds and help and talk to each other on defense.
Defensive rebounding, a big emphasis for Coach Jason Kidd, and something he'll obviously continue to harp on.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. If you start giving it up on the offensive glass, very few good things are going to happen to your team, and that becomes really deflating.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. Washington and Lively hold down the post for him. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Grimes in at the 2. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Irving against Green. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Doris with Nowitzki and Doncic, the Mavericks have gone from one great European player to another.
And you could tell the 1 year that Luka got to play with Dirk, Kevin, he absolutely loved it. He got to learn from a Hall of Famer and a champion. What better way to start your career?
And once the G League took it to another level, Green skipped college, became the #2 overall pick in the draft, and that's really changed the landscape.
And really, as solid as he's been at the line, I had already chalked those points up. Goes to show you, though, don't take anything for granted.
Pass to Washington. From outside, off the mark. Rockets trail by 6. Brooks feeling it out a bit. Thompson outside. Now Adams. They kick it out to Green. The 3. They get it back. A shot by Thompson. No one's around. Off target from outside.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Marshall passes to Grimes. Irving against Green. Green with the block.
A wiry guard, Green's length can sneak up on you. Might have just surprised the shooter.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Thompson's checked in. And a switch here also for Houston. Whitmore, he's checked in for Dylan Brooks. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it.
Well, he hasn't proven to be much of a floor spacer for them. He had the 1-3, but that was back in the first half.
Pass to Eason. Can't get it to fall. Mavericks leading by 6. Now Irving. Lock at 6. Here's the floater. Here's Lively. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Adams has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Whitmore. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
Throw good, Whitmore. A different look for Dallas. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Derek Lively. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Najee Marshall. And then for Houston, Şengün's checked in for Adams. Smith comes in for Tari Eason. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Thompson. He hits both from the stripe. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. Gafford to screen on VanVleet. Doncic kicks to Washington. Doncic against VanVleet. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Jalen Green.
The understated part of Luka Doncic's game, his strength. He is going to draw contact and usually make it.
And he makes the first. You know, Doris, every so often there are guys that come along that you can build a franchise around, and Luka Doncic seems to be one of them.
There's no question, Kevin, and if I were putting a team around Luka Doncic, I'd want to have multiple vertical threats at the rim and shooters at every other position, because at that point, Luka is unguardable.
And he makes both free throws. Luka Doncic started off his 2024, Doris, with a historic scoring performance.
He sure did, Kevin. He was only the 4th player in league history to score over 72 points in a game. It was the shooting performance of a lifetime, and Luka just takes it all in stride. Incredible. Well, you're really impressed with the growth of Fred VanVleet as a scorer. This guy's so coachable, so willing to take what the defense gives him, knocks down the jump shot.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle him up right away. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Well, I got a chance to listen in on what Jason Kidd was talking about with his players. Now, he reminded his team, keep looking for the deep ball. If the three is there, take it. You've done a good job getting those looks, so keep taking them. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Van Vliet against Doncic. Pass to Thompson. And stolen by Whitmore. And he banks in the layup. Whitmore's got 4 this quarter.
Oh, great to see the young fella step up. Whitmore showing veteran composure out there.
Doncic finds Thompson. Jacks up a 3. That's good from Doncic on the assist by Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists tonight.
Doncic has been in this position many times. He makes it look easy.
Here's Van Vliet. It's rebounded by Dallas. Irving passes to Doncic. Doncic converts right through the defense.
Yeah, Doncic is used to and accustomed to all this contact. In fact, you get the sense he loves and relishes this kind of play.
Rockets trail by 7. Van Vliet passes to Şengün. And Şengün throws it down.
Owning the moment. Şengün gets those much-needed points.
Doncic against Van Vliet. The kick out to Irving. Doncic looking it over. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Doncic powers it home.
I'll tell you, some people question the athleticism of Luka Doncic, but boy, he loves to dunk on occasion and let you hear about it.
Here's Van Vliet. Smith wide open. He fires and misses it off the right side of the rim. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They've given up just 8 points in the 4th quarter. Lets it go with a 3. Green with the rebound. Rockets trail by 7.
This has reached desperation time for him.
I'll tell you, you need absolute perfection on every possession. That's what it's going to take here. Well, Fred Van Vliet does this consistently. Big-time moment, he's ready to meet it, guys.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. Najee Marshall, he's checked in for Dallas. Mavericks leading by 5. Doncic outside. Out to Thompson from outside the arc. It's rebounded by Houston.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Van Vliet passes to Green. Whitmore with it. A 3. Good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
So much riding on that shot. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
Van Vliet against Doncic. Good!
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
Now a timeout called by Houston. They're trailing by 4. Any ideas on strategy being discussed right now in that huddle?
No time to waste here. Quick bucket and a foul.
Everybody has got to be in the exact perfect position defensively, and execution has got to be on point.
Here's Şengün. Count it! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
Nerves of steel, Mr. Şengün.
And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Diversified scoring in this one for him.
I love when everyone can get involved. A full team effort.
First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. In terms of strategy here, any thoughts?
And they've got plenty of time to get a basket.
Well, they've got to be aggressive, guys, because the defense doesn't want to foul here.
Van Vliet against Doncic. Van Vliet outside. Over Doncic. Count it! A huge shot to tie it up. And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. Oh, he got it to go!
Wow, how about that?
And he wins it at the buzzer.
Oh, an astonishing way to end this game. Some serious last-second heroics.
So it's an arrow victory for the Mavericks, pulling out the W. That was a fun night of basketball. Fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who's standing by with our player of the game. Take it away, David.
Kevin, thank you. Hey, Luka, another win for you, but the games keep coming. So what's the most important thing for this team to establish?
I mean, compete, the way we compete today from the start till the end. The game is never over, and just compete.
I think it's important that you compete. Congrats on the win, man. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, DA, thanks again. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. But first, let's reveal our player of the game, Luka Doncic.